Why can't people pick up after themselves? It wouldn't have taken no more effort to put the newspaper on the bench than to throw it on the floor. Now tell me, would it take any more effort? No more effort at all. Wouldn't have taken no more effort.
Are you all right in there?
What's that?
Are you all right in there?
Yeah. But most people are pretty good about it. I've been doing this a lot of years, and most of them are pretty good. I've seen a lot of people come through this station. And most of them are nice, especially around Christmas.
If you don't mind.
You know, I saw that Colonel Sanders once. He was in a wheelchair and wearing that white suit, just like the commercials. Didn't talk much, just looked at me and kind of smiled. Almost like he was trying to tell me something. You know, he was in his 60s when he started those chicken places.
A coffee shop?
What's that?
Is there a coffee shop?
Yeah,
Where is there a coffee shop?
next to the bathrooms.
Where? I don't see.
No, the bathrooms in the waiting area. And the coffee's good. And they got a good breakfast. You get 2 eggs and ham or sausage and toast.
I'll try to remember that.
Just ask for Buster's Sunrise Special.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, you can't get the special now, because they ain't open. Buster's don't open for 2 more hours. I got coffee in my thermos. Would you like some coffee?
No, thank you.
Then why was you going to the coffee shop? You know, you look familiar. Did we meet sometime?
I hardly think so.
I don't forget no face.
Please.
You sure look familiar. Everything else might be gone, but my memory ain't.
Listen, we've never met. Now, please. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to snap at you.
It's all right. I shouldn't have been pestering. Sometimes I don't know when to quit. That's what Mickey O'Rourke tells me. Eddie, you just don't know when to quit. Mickey's my best friend. Known him since we was kids.
Are you all right?
Yeah, it's just that time of year. I get this cough same time every year. I got it while I was in Korea. Of course, smoking don't help it none. You going home for Christmas?
A funeral. I was here for a funeral.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's hard enough this time of year without someone passing. My brother Bert, he was the oldest. He passed 2 years ago. He was walking to the store, got hit by a car. It was a Pontiac.
Christ, where is that train?
This is Bert. When me and him was kids. And this is my mother, God rest her soul. And this is Dottie. I don't know why I keep this picture. I was in Incheon, that's in Korea, on my way home when I got the letter. It was a Dear John. Do you know what a Dear John letter is? I wrote Dottie from the hospital that I lost my arm. It was hard to tell her, but I wanted her to know before she saw me like this. The war not only took my arm, but it took my Dottie. There I go again, talking too much. She told me about this guy she met. Just happened, Eddie. I'm sorry, Eddie. I kept the letter. I don't know why. It took a long time to get over her. I was crazy about her. Me and Dottie said goodbye right here. I was on my way to Korea. But at least we had that one night. Whenever I get real lonely, I remember that last night we had together. I saw her once more after that, right here on this platform. She was all dolled up. She didn't see me, though. I was tempted to say something, but I went into the bathroom and stayed there till she was gone. That's why I said you looked familiar. You kind of reminded me of Dottie. Dottie Davis. Especially the eyes. I used to wonder over the years, I still do, what it would have been like with Dottie and having kids. There I go again.
What was that you said?
About what?
The name, Dottie.
What about it?
Where did you meet this Dottie?
In high school.
The name of the high school?
It was Jefferson. Why all the questions?
Nothing, The picture. May I see the picture? No, can't be.
You all right? You don't look so good.
My mother's name was Davish.
Well, ain't that the darndest thing?
Yeah. The darndest thing.
Like they always say, it's a small world. You look white as a ghost. You sure you're all right? Let me get you some water.
This is insane.
What are you talking about?
Nothing. I'm sorry, I made a mistake.
Did you know my Dottie?
No, I didn't know you were Dottie.
Wait a minute. The picture. Sweet, merciful Jesus. Your mother is Dottie, my Dottie. It's
No.
true.
No, I'm sorry, I just made a mistake.
It's true. And your mother's name was Davish. Sweet, merciful Jesus. Sweet, merciful Jesus.
Would you stop saying that?
And you? Is your name Dottie?
No. It's Jessica.
Oh, that's a pretty name. And Dottie must be so proud of you. Looks like you done well for yourself. Isn't this something? How's Dottie doing? I'll bet Dottie's pretty as ever. Well, it was nice meeting you. Isn't that something?
She told me you were dead. That you had died in the war.
Dottie told you about me?
I found the letter about your last night together. I knew I shouldn't have read it, but I had to know.
Know what?
About me?
You're not making a lot of sense.
You know what? I'm not. Where is this train?
The letter? You said there was a letter.
Listen, please. Just forget about it. I made a mistake.
Tell me.
Please, just forget it. Forget it! What are you doing? Let go of me.
Tell me about the letter.
I always knew there was something wrong between my father and I. We were never close, and there was no resemblance. And the letter you wrote about your last night together. Well, one night, when my mother was half drunk, as she normally was, I told her about the letter. And in a rage, she told me the truth. Or at least what I believed to be the truth.
What are you saying?
She told me that my real father's name was Eddie Nichols.
No. Can't be true.
And that he had died, a war hero.
Sweet, merciful Jesus. Oh. I get it. Instead of a war hero, this is what you got. A crippled old janitor. Well, I'm sorry to disappoint you. Don't worry, nobody'll know. Just forget you ever seen me. Just forget me.
Look, would you come out of there?
I don't need nothing. Eddie Nichols is doing just fine, thank you.
The next train to Chicago is now approaching the station.
Look, about Dottie. She died. It was her funeral I was attending. I just wanted you to know.
Dottie's gone.
I'm sorry.
My Dottie's gone, and so's the dream. It kept me going. The dream about what it would have been like with her kept me going all this time.
She loved you. She told me that. She thought about you. Often, when she would get lonely. I think she had the same dreams.
Can I write to you?
Of course.
Where's she buried?
Park Lawn.
I'd like to visit her.
She'd like that. This is my address and telephone number.
Goodbye, Jessica.
Goodbye,